If I could rate this movie, it would definitely be a 1 out of 10. It absolutely gave me massive blue balls. Red flag number one, I walked in there and there was nobody in the auditorium. Nobody in there. If it's a good scary movie, I'm sitting there covering my face and doing all this, but I literally had my phone out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's just dark because I got there a little late. So I'm like, all right, let's just go in here and see what it has to offer. My biggest things about this movie is, for one, the woman in the yard. Okay, they made it a big secret. You never saw her face throughout the whole trailer. But man, she's sitting in the yard, whatever, and I'm thinking like under, the whatever she has over her face, she looks kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? It leaves you that mysterious feeling about the movie. Like, what does she look like? Man, she took that robe off her face, and she looked like a normal person. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have like no, bad teeth or ashy lips or skin scars all over her face. Her hair was normal. She looked like a normal person. So it's like, that was the first thing. I'm just like, okay. But then as you get deeper into the movie, so spoiler alert, if you don't want no spoilers, just go ahead and click off. But the part where the woman starts getting close to the house, okay, it's building up that anticipation. It's building up that ambition of the movie. You're like, okay, what's gonna happen next? Bro, she gets closer and closer to the house. The boy comes out with a shotgun. He's like, get off my property. And she can reach her hand up and basically like touch things with her shadow. Okay, that part of the movie, it was going really, really well. Like, once she got in the house or whatever happened, once it got dark or the sun was going down, she's close to the house now. She's in the house. She's touching everything in the house. I'm like, yo, like, this is scary, bro. This is getting crunk. The trailer was a 10, bro. The trailer set me up for failure. The trailer was so good. I'm like, bro, this is gonna be a bomb movie. I have to go see it. But then you get into the movie and it kind of loses. You lose sight of what's supposed to be happening. You lose the vision of what's really going on. That's the part I did not understand for the most part. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So we sitting up here, going back and forth throughout the movie, and it's just like, okay, it just loses traction. You don't know what's real and what's fake because the woman, the main character, not the woman in the yard, but the woman on crutches. It's all about her apparently. It's like she's a widow now. She lost her husband, and it's more so like she's just having visions and flashbacks. And you kind of peep that at the beginning of the movie, but it's just like, okay, what's going on? Because things start. So my thing is, when things start to happen with the woman in the yard, she makes it to the house. She starts, moving stuff around, like kind of like a, what do you call it, like a paranormal type thing. But she's doing it using her shadow, and it shows you all of that. It kind of gets, I don't know, a bit cheesy at that point, like, because it's showing you her doing stuff, and she's not doing much. But we get the point. After I got the point that she can touch things and move objects with her shadow and stuff, I was like, all right, okay, I got it. But they kept on showing it repetitively. They kept showing it. I'm like, all right, bro, we get it. Like, what is she finna do now? Is she gonna throw somebody across the room? What are we doing? The most physical she got was pulling the little girl across the room. That's literally it. And after that, things just got weird. Like, it just got mad confusing. You didn't know what was what, who was who. It's kind of got to a point to where just the widow of the movie, she just needed some help. Like, it was a point to where she was gonna commit, you know what? And it's just like, okay, she had the woman in the yard in her ear. She sent her kids away, and it's like to go to the neighbor's house or whatever the case was. And the kids ended up coming back. I thought they was gonna come back with help or come back with a car and escape. I thought the woman in the yard was gonna get pew pew by the widow to a certain point. But all it was the widow, the woman in the yard was there to basically get the woman to, end herself. And I'm just like, okay, that's cool, but like, what else? That's just how the movie ended. They all just walked away. You don't even know what happened to the woman in the yard. It led to absolutely nothing. It led to absolutely nothing, and it made me so mad. The movie just ended. Man, oh my gosh. But moral of the story is, all this movie is about is the woman, the widow, having like flashbacks and crazy thoughts and stuff. It has some really nice jump scares, I'm not gonna lie. Like some unnecessary jump scares, because I'm easily startled. Like, the boy goes up to the attic at the beginning of the movie, when everything's building up slowly, it's still daytime and stuff, everything's chill. He bust the door open and came up through the damn, into the attic. I'm like, damn, it kind of got me a little bit. Or it was another part. Still daytime, but the woman is hallucinating her, going through her own mind or head or whatever. And she's looking at herself in the mirror, and she's hugging her daughter. She goes to, stab her daughter. And it's just like, what the hell? That scared the hell out of me. If I could rate this movie, it would definitely be a 1 out of 10. It absolutely gave me massive blue balls. Like, I was ready for something to really, really good happen with this movie, and it just never happened. They had the potential to do something great, because the boy was real skeptical through the whole movie. The woman sitting in the yard, and he leaves the house when his mom's like staying in the house, but he leaves the house and dashes to the little shack next to the house. And this is in the country too. It's like that Texas Chainsaw Massacre type vibe. So he dashes to the garage, and the woman in the yard turns her head, and that got me a little bit. Then, oh God, I got so much chills, bro. Fuck, I hate it. So, Buddy is sitting in the yard, okay, and he runs for the Jeep. He's trying to get it started, because he know what's up. Like, he like, bro, what's going on? Like, let me get my family up out of here. But the mom not having it, because she already know, like, she basically sent the woman. She asked for the woman to show up. Basically, that's what it is. It's a supernatural type thing, but she's human, then she's not, and then, I don't know, bro. I'm so scared. Let me close my door, bro. Man, that shit got me so scared to even look at my own shadow now. Anyway, look at my own reflection, boy. Shake it off. Let me drink some water. Alright, so the scariest part of the movie was nothing else but this scene. The boy is going for the Jeep, okay? He's cranking this. Of course it won't fucking start. Of course it will not start. The woman in the freaking yard disappears out of her chair, okay? She disappears. She's way in the front yard. And okay, they have clothes hung up or whatever. Like old-fashioned, like old-school stuff. Now, I'm sure they still do it to this day. They had clothes hang up, drying out, like sheets and stuff. Man, the sheets are swinging. Then the sheet just gets stuck, right? And no, she did not poke her head around the corner, nothing crazy like that. All right, so just stop thinking that. I'm sweating now. Look. So when the sheet finally moves again out the way, like the wind is blowing it around a little bit, the woman is gone. She is gone out of her chair. I'm like, bro, where the hell is she at? Mind you, the boy, like, the camera is turning at this point. The camera's changing angles. The boy's sitting in the car trying to get the car crunk up. You see the woman walk past the window, her shadow, and then she's walking around the shed and kind of like, oh man, the suspense is building at this point. He had a weapon when he went outside. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned he did have a shotgun earlier, but this was before that. He just had like one of those pitchforks or something like that. So he's out there, he's doing his thing, and he knows the woman is there. He knows she's there at this point. So he jumps out the Jeep, he's walking around. She knocks a couple things off the shelves, and then he sees her shadow. Like, the bottom of the shack, you have a little bit of space the way you can see the sunlight come through. And all you can see is her shadow walking up next to the shed as he's walking up next to it. So he's trying to time it right. And it's the outline of the woman in the yard, okay? So you know it's her. So he's walking like this. As soon as he go around that corner and says, Mom, he swung and he missed. But I'm like, yo, you almost took her head off. So then after all that happened, he went in the house and the woman was back, sitting in her seat. It was so crazy. That was probably the best part. The best suspenseful, scary part of the movie. But man, if I had to truly rate this movie, it would be for the trailer included. The trailer was a solid, scary. It was an 8 out of 10, right? And the movie's about a 3 out of 10. A 3 out of 10 because it was just so off track and so confusing. So I'm gonna give it the overall. It's less than a 5. I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I'm gonna give the overall movie a 2.5. Things that could have made the movie better are, for one, make the woman in the yard look scary. Make her look like probably bulls on her face and just all disfigured and just crazy looking. Like, bruh, like what? Something to get you hyped up. Like, oh snap! Like, okay, what's going on? What's really going on? So that's the biggest thing. And also, just have a better ending. I feel like it would have had a better ending if the widow would have took out the woman in the yard or something, because there was just no closure. Then it would have been a better ending. But yeah, bro, if you're thinking about going to see this movie, just go see something else. All right, don't waste your time, don't waste your money on this. If you can understand the movie and you understand the plot, which I'm sure I explained it or understood the movie as best as I could and describe it as best as I could, just make sure you drop the comments down below and let me know what you think and let everybody else know what you think. Don't spoil the movie too much. But yeah, man, I appreciate you checking in and tuning in with me today. It's your boy Smiley, and we about to get out your face.